seen.
All right, why don't we have the Deputy County Executive come up? Good, Jocelyn, how are you? Hello, I want to thank the members of the media for joining us. Very pleased to be here with County Executive Mark Polenkars, the County Executive, and I, with Deputy County Executive Lisa Shimura, and South District Council Member, Council President Pro Tem Christopher Scanlon, have a very exciting announcement about affordable housing in our community, the City of Buffalo and Erie County. So this is a great day for affordable housing. I want to also recognize some of our other partners in this effort. Brendan Mahaffey, the Executive Director of the Office of Strategic Planning, who is the chair of the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Improvement Corporation Board. Jocelyn Gordon, the Executive Director of BENLIC. I will make that shorter. Of course, again, our Deputy County Executive, Lisa Shimura, members of the city's Office of Strategic Planning, who are to my left, your right. We also have our two deputy mayors, new deputy mayors looking on, Dr. Callie Johnson and Rashid McDuffie. This is an important announcement. This is a substantial allocation of city and county dollars for affordable housing. In the city, the reactivation of vacant city-owned lots is something my administration has been focusing on for a lot of years. With guidance from residents and through community engagement, city-owned lots are a key to neighborhood building and reaching my goal of 40% permanent affordable housing in the city of Buffalo. To that end, today I'm announcing that the city of Buffalo is allocating $10 million in the city's American Rescue Plan Act funding to the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Improvement Corporation, and the county and the county executive is going to also announce a very significant allocation. I am not going to steal the county executive's thunder and mention the county's allocation. I will leave that for the county to do. Together, though, the money coming from the city and the county will be used to help transform city-owned vacant lots into affordable housing, and this will give us the ability to do substantial affordable housing in the city of Buffalo, but also in the county of Erie. Now, just giving you an idea of recent projects, over the years, my administration has diligently worked to reactivate city-owned lots, transforming them into buildable and usable areas with projects such as the Mount Aaron Village and the redevelopment of School 75 in the city of Buffalo. We are collectively hoping and believing that this new investment will continue our good work and create even more permanently affordable housing in the city of Buffalo and beyond. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce my partner in government, County Executive Mark Polenkars.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. And it truly is an important, historic day when we talk about the investment of city and county dollars in affordable housing across our community. I am pleased to be joined, as the Mayor noted, by our Deputy County Executive, Lisa Shimura, who's been actively involved in this planning and programming behind the scenes. I want to thank our partners here, of course, South District Council Member Christopher Scanlon, Brendan Mahaffey from the Office of Strategic Planning, and the members of his staff, as well as Jocelyn Gordon from the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Improvement Corporation, our land bank. We call it BENLIC because it's a heck of a lot shorter than what I just said. But I want to thank all because we've been working for some time on issues associated with affordable housing in our community. We've partnered together through the county, through the city, through the land bank to build new buildings on vacant lots, not only in the city of Buffalo, but elsewhere in Erie County to create affordable housing for our residents. But we know that's not enough. An analysis that was performed of the Buffalo Niagara region shows that it's currently 17,000 units short to meet the affordable housing needs of our community. And there are quite a number of projects that are going on across our community for affordable housing that are supported by the city, by the county, by the state, by federal community development block grant dollars, but we know that's not enough. So with the announcement by the mayor today of $10 million that's being provided by the city of Buffalo to BENLIC to create more affordable housing in the city of Buffalo, Erie County, as part of the $20 million I announced earlier this year as my state of the county, will be dedicating $13.5 million towards the construction of single-family affordable housing units in Erie County, the vast majority of which will actually be in the city of Buffalo, but it will not be solely for the city of Buffalo. The county will be donating parcels that are county-owned parcels to BENLIC, and it's my understanding the city will be basically doing the same. By law, we have to charge a fee, so there'll be $1. So hopefully you got the checkbook. I think you got enough for $1, Jocelyn, in the checkbook at BENLIC. But this is an example of how coming together, we're working to address a need in our community, and we're not the only community that faces it. The entire United States right now faces affordable housing crisis. We are, like the city, are using American Rescue dollars, American Rescue Plan dollars, to invest this $13.5 million into this affordable housing fund, which will then allow for the construction of these houses, a subsidy that will be provided to the eventual homeowner, in which the homeowner must keep ownership of the house for at least 2 decades under the state's Affordable Homeownership Opportunities Program before they can sell it, otherwise they would lose the subsidy. This is a way of allowing families at the 80% AMI level, which is what we're looking at, the 80% AMI level or below, to be able to afford a new home, which otherwise they wouldn't be able to do. We are also going to leverage the state, as I talked about, Affordable Homeownership Opportunities Program, so that we can receive additional dollars for each one of these projects. We believe in total the county should at least be able to invest in 60 to potentially at least 70 homes countywide. Our goal is to shoot for 100. But it's also going to depend on the bids that come back from BENLIC with regards to the costs associated with the construction of these homes. We do have experience building homes. The county has done it through our Community Development Block Grant Program. The city has done it through their program. BENLIC certainly has done it through its program in the past. This is a way in which we can invest the American Rescue Plan dollars in our community and create better communities for all. This is what it's all about, creating better communities for all. Later this fall, we will roll out phase 2 from the county end, because I talked originally at my State of the County about $20 million for affordable housing. This is the first $13.5 million. We will roll out an additional amount later this year, the remainder of it, to assist other affordable housing projects countywide. We're still putting together the pieces to that, but we think it's important that we move this project together. Our goal is to move it such that people are starting to see these projects move forward in the next 6 to 9 months. And to remind everybody, because the American Rescue Plan dollars have to be fully allocated by 2024 and spent by 2026. These are not projects that are going to sit out there forever. Hopefully, we'll actually have some construction started in the next 6 to 9 months, and people will see that these dollars are being invested wisely to create a better, stronger community for all. With that, turn it over to our Deputy County Executive, Lisa Shamir, to talk a little bit more about homeownership and the programs associated with this investment from the county and what we're seeing in the county.
Good morning, everyone, and it truly is a historic day and a great day. And I am so proud to be surrounded by so many individuals who have been so committed to the issue of affordable housing in our community. I am incredibly proud of our leaders, our Deputy County Executive and our Mayor, who have highlighted this as a top priority in our community. And because of their collaboration and their commitment to this issue, it's moving forward, full steam ahead. So we look forward to sharing the program, the specifics of the program. We are so proud to be partnering with Benlick, who believes that their commitment to this issue, their long-term commitment, will make it happen quickly. And it's an exciting day, and we have a lot of work to do, but we're ready to do it. So thank you.
So again, I'm very pleased to be partnering with County Executive Mark Polenkars and Benlick and our other partners that have been mentioned. Two other critically important partners in this are the Erie County Legislature and the Buffalo Common Council. The Buffalo Common Council has been very focused on affordable housing and has worked very closely with me on my goal of creating 40% permanent affordable housing in the city of Buffalo. Today, representing our city council is Council President Pro Tem and South District Council Member Christopher Scanlon.
Thank you, Mayor. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this historic announcement. As someone who serves on the Buffalo Common Council at that level of government, kind of closest in proximity to the residents, I can't tell you how incredible an announcement this really is. I think we've all kind of heard about empty lots throughout our districts and what they do, how detrimental they are to streets throughout our community. I've heard the comparison time and time again to a smile missing teeth. And so projects like this do an incredible job and an incredible job in filling in those gaps and contributing to the all-around quality of life of our community and our neighborhoods. But more than that, what they're going to do for these residents who wind up in these homes is going to be life-changing. Not just creating housing, affordable housing for these people, but putting this asset in their hands for them and for their families for generations to come. It's going to change their lives and the lives of future generations. I want to thank the mayor, the county executive, the deputy county executive, Jocelyn, and the land bank, the Office of Strategic Planning for everything they're doing for this project. Again, this is going to be life-changing for these residents who get these homes. And it's the beautiful thing about this is it's going to hit every district across the city of Buffalo. And like I said, this is a historic investment in our community for affordable housing, and it's just a pleasure for me to be here today, so thank you.
We are very fortunate to have a great leader who is managing the Buffalo Erie Niagara Land Bank, Jocelyn Gordon. I want to ask Jocelyn to say a few words at this time.
I'm nervous. We have a lot of houses to build. No, thank you so much. Nothing makes me happier than to share the stage with both of these leaders, because I know that means that we're working together, and that means that this is an effort that is going to succeed. There are a lot of really good uses for the American Rescue Plan funds, roads and bridges and infrastructure and parks. But one thing that is needed here desperately in our area is new housing, and that's new housing for working families. Everybody is sort of fighting in the same pool, trying to buy the same moderately priced home. So there are vacant lots all over the city, and our land bank, that's all we do, is work with vacant lots and vacant structures. So we don't have training wheels on at this point. For the last 9 years, we have been working to do full rehabs, new construction, and getting vacant houses and vacant lots back into productive use through selling to places like Habitat for Humanity. We've been doing it for 9 years, and we've done almost 200 homes since 2015. So we're ready. This is 60 more, and we'll just have to work a little faster. We've got 4 construction seasons to do it, and the timer starts now. So let's build some houses, and thank you. And thank you so much to Brendan Mahaffey, our board chair, who has championed this and engendered trust in me and our team for the last 9 years. So very much appreciated, and thank you.
County Executive Poloncarz and I will now open up for questions that the members of the media have. If your questions are extremely difficult and technical in nature, the county executive and I can answer them, but we might leave some of those to Jocelyn Gordon, the Deputy County Executive, Lisa Shamira, and Executive Director of the Office of Strategic Planning, Brendan Mahaffey. But please feel free to fire away.
How many government impacts are these 60 houses going to make in the city? I mean, what does that add to the city?
Well, as County Executive Poloncarz said, they won't all be in the city. We have a total goal, city, county, of 100 houses, and to have a significant number of new affordable houses for ownership being built in the city will have a significant impact on neighborhoods citywide. As Councilmember Scanlon said, we have vacant lots in every councilmatic district, so we will be able to change the look and feel of neighborhoods across the city of Buffalo with these new homes. So we're very excited about it. And let me turn the mic over to the county executive to answer that question as well.
Thank you, Mayor. I do want to note we've been joined by our Deputy Commissioner of the Department of Environment and Planning. Thomas Baines is responsible for the housing programs in Erie County. One of the keys about this program, too, is it's going to in some ways create a revolving fund long-term, because from the sale of these parcels, there will be cash that will be generated, and it will create a fund to be used for additional affordable housing construction in the future. So it's not like it's just this money, it's spent, and that's it. There will be additional dollars that will come in from the actual sale to the homeowner from the mortgage that they're taking. We are providing a subsidy, but there will be a portion of that that will be paid back, and it'll create a revolving fund to allow for those further construction, and that is legal under the American Rescue Plan funds. We just have to show the initial allocation towards those homes. So this is thankfully not just kind of a one-time or a 2 or 3 year program. It's something that'll hopefully spur additional affordable housing development on these single-family homes for many years to come.
You said that they have to live in these homes, or they just have to own these homes?
No, they have to live. These are for home ownership. So it is not for rental property. If people try to do that, they immediately get disqualified from the program, and they'd have to sell the parcels and repay us back the subsidy. So this is for home ownership. So these are for individuals who are looking, like as Jocelyn noted and others, there are people that are looking every day for homes but can't afford them. They have good jobs. They can make a decent amount of money under the federal standards. If they got a family of 4, I think it's around $70,000 at the 80% AMI level, but they just can't afford the houses because they're too expensive. This will give those that opportunity to truly live the American dream, to live in the house that they own. That unfortunately is becoming much less of a dream or much less of a reality for so many people. So this will not be rental homes, will not be rental property. They must live in the house, and they must live there for that extended time period. Otherwise, they're required to pay the subsidy back.
Anybody else? Can you provide some context in terms of how big of an increase, what the increased scope of the land bank is thanks to these funds compared to what its baseline has been up to this point?
I'm going to ask Brendan Mahaffey, the city's Executive Director of Strategic Planning and the Chair of the Land Bank, to respond to that question. And maybe, Brendan, while you do that, you can mention some of the Office of Strategic Planning team and Benlick team who are here with us today.
In terms of scale for Benlick and for the city, so this again is for owner occupancy, single family, but also the city funds will be used for potentially doubles and triples as well. In terms of the scale, it's going to be about 10 to 15 times larger than certainly Benlick has been able to do, and even just generally for infill, certainly in the city of Buffalo. This complements efforts that are already underway in the city of Buffalo for infill, the work that we've been doing on Adams Street. There was a community meeting last night on Laurel as well, collaboration that's been led by the Division of Development for Plater in Broadway Fillmore. So just including those then as well in terms of the level of affordable, or excuse me, affordable owner-occupied, now we're talking probably about a scale of 20 times more. It continues the progression that the mayor has undertook in terms of affordable housing in the city of Buffalo, where a lot of our efforts certainly were on multifamily, stabilizing the blighted buildings, the schools that have now been converted into affordable housing, charter schools, things of that nature, new build multifamily as well. That continues as well. As the mayor said, as we continue our progress towards that 40% permanent affordable housing goal in the city of Buffalo. So this home ownership component, in particular the middle income, has been missing from a lot of the financing opportunities that are made available by the federal and state government. So the county and the city are now stepping into that space to really take the infill to scale. This is also complemented with a significant planning effort from Crystal Middleton, who's our Director of Planning and Zoning in the Mayor's Office of Strategic Planning. The Division of Real Estate is going to play a key role in the disposition of these lots. That is led by Howie Green and Lisa Hicks, who is the Director of Development, who wasn't able to join us today. Alex Carducci, the real estate finance that is critical. Because as the county executive said, we want to see this money revolve as much as possible so that 100 houses becomes 200 houses, becomes 300 houses in the future. So to underscore the county executive's statement, this is a beginning of a program and a significant commitment to owner-occupied affordable housing. And then Jocelyn's team, we have a great group that has been Ben in particular, who's been working with the land bank now for quite some time, and a new great addition in Alexis, who's joined the land bank, who will be facilitating this. In the city as well, I want to make one final point. This will really be done in collaboration with the community, where it is, so Jocelyn has already started in conjunction with the Division of Planning and Zoning on identifying the community-based organizations in each of the neighborhoods and engaging each of those community-based organizations about the strategy that we will be pursuing. Each of you was given what is referred to as a neighborhood snapshot that we will be using to engage the community about what affordable housing is there already, what amenities are already there, because while we're building housing, the bigger goal is to build neighborhoods that people are proud to live in, that are strong, and that provide opportunity for people of all income levels. So I'll leave it at that.
In terms of this project, does any of it involve, you're going to build on vacant lots, does it also involve knocking down vacant houses at all, or is it only on open lots? No?
I'm going to let Jocelyn speak to that in a moment. Obviously, in the city of Buffalo, we have had a very robust demolition program. We are now, after years of demolition, below 100 structures total, residential homes, commercial buildings that have to be demolished in the city of Buffalo. So that has been a success, clearing unsalvageable structures from our city. This is about building on that vacant land. I'm going to let Jocelyn speak to that.
Yeah, we like to think of this as sort of land bank 2.0, where there were a lot of demolitions 10, 15 years ago. Now there's a lot of empty lots. So part of this initiative will be working with the Office of Strategic Planning, Real Estate, Economic Development, and determining which of these lots are the most strategic. So between the community and the market, figuring out which neighborhoods to build in on vacant lots.
Jocelyn, can you just, before you exit the podium, can you just spell first and last name?
Jocelyn, Gordon, Gordon.
Anyone else? All right, we're going to clear in the